Lindsay Lohan's life is one of the most fascinating, heartbreaking, and cautionary tales to ever emerge from Hollywood. She was once a beloved child star with the world at her feet, gracing red carpets, starring in blockbuster films, and building a brand that seemed destined for greatness. Yet behind the glamorous image, her personal struggles, poor choices, and the unforgiving nature of fame pulled her into a downward spiral that shocked fans and the media alike. Her journey from red carpet darling to rock bottom is not just a story about celebrity downfall, it is also about survival, resilience, and the fight for redemption. The beginning of a star, Lindsay Lohan, was born on July 2, 1986 in New York City, to Michael and Dina Lohan. From the moment she could walk and talk, it seemed like Lindsay was destined to perform. She was signed with Ford Models at the age of 3, appearing in over 60 commercials for major brands like Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and Jell-O. Her natural charisma, freckled face, and bright red hair made her instantly recognizable. But her true breakthrough came in 1998 when, at just 12 years old, she starred in Disney's remake of The Parent Trap. Playing the dual role of twins Hallie and Annie, Lindsay captivated audiences with her talent, charm, and confidence well beyond her years. Overnight, she became one of Hollywood's most promising child stars. With Disney backing her, a career filled with opportunities seemed inevitable. The transition to teen stardom, unlike many child actors who fade after their first big break, Lindsay's star only continued to rise. She transitioned seamlessly into teen roles, landing parts that cemented her status as a household name. Films like Freaky Friday, 2003, and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, 2004, showcased her versatility. But it was Mean Girls in 2004 that solidified Lindsay's place in pop culture history. Written by Tina Fey, the film became a cult classic and turned Lindsay into an international superstar. She was hailed as the it girl of Hollywood, praised for her comedic timing and ability to carry major productions.
And my dad is your dad. And we're both born on October 11. And you and I are like sisters.
At just 18 years old, she had the kind of fame and influence that most aspiring actors could only dream of. The red carpet darling. By the mid-2000s, Lindsay Lohan was not just an actress, she was a cultural phenomenon. She was on the covers of magazines, walking red carpets at award shows, and photographed constantly by the paparazzi. She also ventured into music, releasing 2 albums that performed surprisingly well.
Why can't you just let me do the things I wanna do? I just wanna be me.
With singles like Rumors gaining traction on MTV. Her fashion choices and nightlife appearances made her a tabloid favorite. She was seen as part of the new wave of young Hollywood, alongside stars like Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Nicole Richie. To the outside world, Lindsay was living the dream. She was young, famous, rich, and adored by millions. But the reality behind the flashing cameras told a much different story. The cracks began to show. With fame came immense pressure. Lindsay was still a teenager navigating an industry filled with adult responsibilities, constant scrutiny, and relentless temptation. Reports of her wild partying began surfacing in the media, and rumors of alcohol and drug use started circulating. Her family life also played a role in her struggles. Her parents' volatile relationship and her father's legal troubles created a chaotic home environment. Lindsay often found herself caught in the middle of her parents' disputes, while also trying to manage the demands of her skyrocketing career. As her personal life spiraled, Lindsay's professional reputation began to suffer. Directors complained about her tardiness on set, and stories of her erratic behavior made her a liability in Hollywood. What was once seen as youthful rebellion soon began to look like self-destruction. The downward spiral between 2005 and 2007, Lindsay Lohan's life took a sharp turn for the worse. Her constant partying, reckless behavior, and battles with substance abuse landed her in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. She was arrested multiple times for driving under the influence and possession of narcotics, often spending time in rehab facilities only to relapse shortly after. The paparazzi followed her every move, capturing images of her stumbling out of clubs, getting into altercations, or appearing visibly unwell. Once a Hollywood darling, Lindsay became the poster child for celebrity downfall. Her career, once so promising, was in jeopardy. She lost major film roles, and studios began to distance themselves from her, labeling her as unreliable. Perhaps most shocking was how public her struggles became. Unlike stars of earlier generations, Lindsay lived in an era where tabloid culture thrived and social media amplified every mistake. Her personal life became entertainment for the masses, and the constant ridicule only pushed her deeper into destructive patterns. Hitting rock bottom. By 2010, Lindsay Lohan's career was at its lowest point. She was sentenced to jail multiple times for violating probation, missing court dates, and failing drug tests. Photographs of her in handcuffs became iconic symbols of her fall from grace. Her repeated attempts at rehabilitation made headlines, but many doubted she would ever recover. She became more famous for her mugshots than for her work in film. The once bright future of the young star from The Parent Trap seemed like a distant memory. This period also highlighted the darker side of fame. The very industry that built her up seemed eager to watch her crumble, feeding on her struggles for profit. Lindsay, still in her 20s, became a cautionary tale of what happens when fame, family dysfunction, and personal demons collide. The fight for redemption. Despite her struggles, Lindsay Lohan never fully disappeared from the spotlight. In the 2010s, she made attempts to rebuild her career and life. She appeared in smaller films, reality shows, and even stage productions in London. Each project was framed as a comeback, though consistency remained a challenge. Lindsay also moved overseas, living in London, Dubai, and Greece, where she sought a quieter lifestyle away from the intense media scrutiny of Los Angeles. In interviews, she spoke about wanting to leave behind her party girl image and focus on stability. She even opened a beach club in Mykonos, which became the subject of a reality TV series. Though her attempts at a full Hollywood comeback were met with mixed results, Lindsay began to redefine success on her own terms. She showed resilience by refusing to let her past entirely define her future. The lasting legacy of Lindsay Lohan's story. Lindsay's journey from red carpet to rock bottom remains one of the most talked about stories in celebrity culture. Her rise and fall highlight the dangers of child stardom, the predatory nature of fame, and the destructive power of addiction. She is a reminder of how quickly Hollywood can build someone up and just as quickly tear them down. Yet Lindsay's story is also one of survival. Despite the chaos, the arrests, and the ridicule, she is still standing. Many child stars who face similar struggles never lived to tell their stories. Lindsay endured, and that resilience in itself is remarkable. Her legacy is complicated. She will always be remembered for her roles in The Parent Trap and Mean Girls, but her struggles will also forever be part of her narrative. For many, she represents both the dangers of fame and the possibility of redemption. From a talented child star adored by millions to a troubled young woman fighting her demons in the public eye, Lindsay Lohan's journey is one of the most dramatic arcs in Hollywood history. She went from red carpets to courtrooms, from global stardom to rock bottom, all while the world watched. Fame brought her success and adoration, but it also exposed her to pressures, temptations, and scrutiny that nearly destroyed her. Lindsay's story reminds us that fame is not always glamorous. It can be isolating, destructive, and unforgiving. But it also shows that even after hitting rock bottom, it is possible to fight for redemption. While her career may never return to the heights of her early years, Lindsay Lohan's resilience proves that she is more than the scandals that once defined her. Her journey continues to resonate, serving as both a cautionary tale and a story of survival in the harsh world of celebrity culture. Lindsay Lohan's life is a testament to the highs and lows of fame and the strength it takes to keep moving forward when the world expects you to fall.